Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Beth Deer.
Shaelene Standing is a 20-year-old athlete, student, and dance teacher. Diagnosed at age 5 with juvenile glaucoma, she used dance as a way to express herself, and now she hopes to inspire others who are visually impaired.
I loved floor, and dance was kind of the aspect of floor that I liked about it. And so we kind of switched over to competitive dance around age 9 or 10. And ever since then, I was full force competitive dancing up until the time I graduated. And now I teach both for my job as well as a lot of different kind of volunteer opportunities and at university for dance.
How does it feel to be so successful in dance at such a young age?
In some ways, it was super rewarding in the sense that it was not necessarily something that came easy to me. And I knew there were certain tricks that I had some challenges with, especially with my eye, not being able to focus when I was turning. And to know that that wasn't holding me back, that I could kind of work hard to be considered amongst everyone else is definitely super rewarding and motivating.
There's so much life I've left to live.
Dance has definitely become kind of a part-time job for me on the side of going to school, and one that I absolutely love.
That's right, Shaelene became involved with the Alberta Sports and Recreation Association for the Blind and started teaching dance classes to blind and partially sighted youth.
I was curious to work with ASRAP because it was this community that I kind of felt this natural connection with. And so I knew it was going to impact me in being able to see a lot of kids that reminded me in different ways of my younger self. I cannot wait to see what they take from it and use for it to kind of make their own big waves in the future. And I hope that I get to teach them to not hold back and to really challenge themselves, and to be a part of it is just really rewarding in a community that I definitely feel pretty connected to.
Shaelene was inspired by many of her young dance students, but one in particular that stood out was 14-year-old Zach Abdallah.
In the dance class itself, he really pushed himself to learn these new things and kind of work around some of the confusing transitions and changes of direction that we were working on, and went 100% into everything. And by the end of it, fully had this dance down altogether, which for me was not only super exciting, but super kind of inspiring to see this kid work so hard.
Zach, what is it about dance that you love so much?
Dancing is great. I do a lot of dancing. Dance is generally like one of those things that it's very like, yeah, you're dancing, you're just having a good time. You don't need to think about like, oh, I have a school project due in a week that I haven't started yet, But it just generally is good to just be like, yeah, I'm having a good time. Don't need to like worry about anything. I enjoy having Shaelene as my dance teacher just because she's a really good teacher. She's just good. She knows what she's doing, which is always useful. And she's also very good at specifically teaching visually impaired dancers. Because she's a visually impaired dancer, that would probably be useful. So she like knows how to make it the easiest for us to learn.
It's great to be able to bring something fun to these kids, to not only be someone who's there to inspire them, but also be someone who can almost be an example of, even though we have this barrier, it doesn't mean it's going to stop you from doing anything you want. And if anything, it connects you to others that you wouldn't normally have a chance to get connected with. So it really can be something special. Challenge yourself to not only prove to yourself that maybe you can do more, but challenge yourself in a way that you can prove others wrong. That was definitely some of my biggest motivation growing up, and I can tell you I was definitely not super confident in a lot of what I was doing.